Namaste and good morning. I am Susan from Apollo Hospitals, Gandhinagar. Lockdown has made it a very big challenge for us to work, eat, and do the things or treat the surroundings as our own. COVID 19 has reshaped our outer world. Today, we are going to talk about the urology problems and the way to handle them in the post COVID era. Usually, whenever we have a urological discomfort, we run to the doctor, but we do not know that we can follow some simple tips ourselves. So let us learn about it from Dr. Darshan Shah, who is a senior consultant of urology. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. The first question we would like to ask you is, can you tell us something about the common urological problems and how they will be seen in the post-COVID era?
Thank you, Susan, for first of all having me. I am happy to be back to Apollo, and we at Apollo Ahmedabad have started attending all our routine patients and routine OPDs. But in this COVID era and the post-COVID scenario, we as a doctor and all the patients who are going to any hospital should be little bit more careful regarding maintaining the social distancing, wearing mask, etc. But as far as the urology is concerned, we usually handle all those acute emergency conditions such as urinary stone problem, urinary retention, and sometimes fever and associated urinary infection. So all those patients usually till date they used to come to immediately rush to the emergency room. But now in this COVID and post-COVID era, I would strongly recommend that we must use the technology initially to attend the emergency condition. And once we have a appropriate guidance, appropriate advice, then only one should reach hospital. Most of our patients who are having pain because of the stone disease, fever because of the infection, they belong to a younger age group, and patients who are having prostate, urinary retention, and urinary leakage problem, they belong to elderly age group. Particularly in this summer, we see lot of stone disease, lot of patient coming in with the stone problem, pain, vomiting. Usually, I ask them to contact my hospital or contact me or your maybe family doctor in initial phase. And usually we ask to get the basic test done before they reach us, before they see us, because when we have a basic examination, basic test done, then our hospital visits becomes less, and we can come to the conclusion and start the definitive treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a very good message that you have given our viewers. Our second question is, since these issues usually arise as we grow older in age, the urological conditions, so what is the average age group that you would treat the most?
As I say, in summer we have a lot of stone patients, so we attend to younger age group. But as soon as the July, August, the monsoon and colder condition comes, we usually encounter a lot of elderly patients who are having urinary voiding problem and who are having urinary retention and infection. So right now we attend to a lot of younger patients, but so many of our patients, almost I would say 60% of our patients are plus 60 age group, 40% are younger age group.
Sir, what are the early symptoms of the urological conditions, and how do we make sure we can take proper care so that we can eradicate them?
In this COVID era, I believe prevention is always better than so I would tell all my patients who are absolutely right now, who are healthy, who are not actually my patients, to consume about 2 to 3 liters of liquids in 24 hours. Take lot of vitamin C. Actually vitamin C is good for prevention of the stones as well. If you hydrate yourself, small stones may just pass spontaneously. So making you more aware about your problem, or then that can make your life easier. I would also recommend that before you jump on, don't self meditate yourself. If you start taking medications on your own, I have got so many of my patients, sometimes they start taking urinary tract infection antibiotics etc. on their own. In this COVID era, I would strongly recommend that you must take opinion from your doctor before starting any medication. Opinion can be by telephonic consultation or by web consultation etc.
Okay. Yes, sir. Then specifically, how do you detect the existence of stone in a bladder?
Stone can be anywhere, in the kidney, in the system, urinary tract, or maybe in the bladder. So most common symptom of urinary stone disease is pain. Usually the stone pain is associated with nauseating feeling and vomitings. So that is very peculiar about the urinary stone disease. So those pains which are associated with urinary symptoms such as burning and nausea are typically stone pain, and few of my patients do have associated fever as well, fever with chills. So those patients who are having pain, vomiting and fever with chills, those patients are having stone disease and urinary tract infection along with. So those patients needs to go to their doctor or maybe hospital as soon as possible. Pain and vomiting as such does not need immediate doctor's consultation. You can self-treat yourself for a while and then take your primary doctor's consultation, and then you can go to doctors in Apollo Hospital.
Yes. And how safe is surgery in these days? And considering these days, what will be the time of recovery?
There is no major change as far as the surgeries or any elective surgeries are concerned. The recovery time, the morbidity, only change has occurred in this recent time is that we have so many walk-in patients having other associated problems, and we sometimes don't know who are positive for COVID and etc. So as such, surgeries are very safe. We routinely perform surgeries for last almost 2 weeks, and we attend to all the emergencies, and we have started doing few elective surgeries. So one should not be afraid of getting surgery done. Particularly in my hospital, this Apollo Hospital, I see that we follow the JCA protocol, we follow the international guidelines when we are working in a COVID era. We take utmost precautions and we maintain the appropriate social distancing in outpatient and when patient is indoor, when patient in the operation theatre. So there is a very less chance of any complication. I would say, in fact, we are more safer in this COVID era because we take more precautions. Sometimes it is good that it has made this us more aware about those complications. So we take more precautions, and surgeries are absolutely safe, and post-op recovery remains same.
There's a very interesting question asked by one of our viewers, Sonakshi Barod. She asked that how can urinary tract infection be prevented, and if it occurs, then what is the care to be taken?
Urinary tract infection is very common among women. Sometimes little bit of burning in the urination, sometimes little bit of dysuria, sometimes urinary frequency we misinterpret as a urinary tract infection. So whenever anyone who gets urinary symptoms such as burning, dysuria, pain, itching, one must not start antibiotics. One must get a basic urine test done. Urine test is done in any lab and the reports are available in less than 1 hour's time. Once we have urine test done, once we confirm that patient is having urinary tract infection, then only we must consult appropriate urologist, your nearby urologist doctor, and start treatment with antibiotics. As far as the recurrence of the urinary tract and as far as the prevention of urinary tract infection is concerned, one must find out the cause of urinary tract infection, recurrence of the urinary tract infection. So sometimes urinary tract infection is because of the bad local hygiene. Sometimes it may be because of small stone in the urinary system. Sometimes it is because of the low immunity. My patients who are having diabetes and other such conditions which can cause patients' immunity go down and they get urinary tract infection more commonly, more frequently. So I would recommend that we must find out the cause why we are getting the urinary tract infection recurrently and start treating the cause so that we don't get the recurrent infection. Yes. And only thing that I usually tell all my patients who come to me with urinary tract infection or maybe recurrence of the urinary tract infection to clean urinary area with soap and water twice in a day. Hygiene, maintain good hygiene. Take about 2 to 3 liters of liquid. One must not take more liquids. If you drink more, you are going to pee more. So up to 2 liters, 3 liters are good enough. So take 2 to 3 liters of liquid. And maximum one can use urinary alkalinizer such as Citralka. One can use vitamin C in their daily routine to prevent recurrence.
Thank you, sir. Sir, also about urology cancers, talking about it. So what are the symptoms of urological cancers and how many types are there and how soon do we need to start a treatment?
Everyone has started worrying about cancer in past few days. We saw leading our actors having cancer and bad outcome. Urology cancers, I usually tell that they are not very lethal cancers. If we diagnose it early enough, they have a very good treatment and curative treatment. Usually when we diagnose urinary tract cancer, like cancer in the kidney, cancer in the bladder, or maybe prostate cancer, once we treat it, they are usually they have a curative treatment. So most common symptoms in urinary tract cancer is sometimes blood in the urine. So if we see red color urine, one must worry about cancer. Sometimes when we see blood clots coming in the urine, then we must think about cancer. Prostate cancers are sometimes not very evident, not very easily diagnosed. So when we have positive family history of prostate cancer, when we have any urinary problem, voiding problem, you must consult a urologist and let him examine you and get the few blood tests so that prostate cancer can also be diagnosed early enough.
Yes, sir. We have just completed talking about UTI and stone prevention and cancer, but also we have got a lot of bedridden patients with catheter. So I would like to ask you, how safe is the catheter and how often does it needs to be changed?
I have got at least 50 to 70 patients who are at their home and who are having neurological problems. They are bedridden and they are on permanent urinary drainage like catheter. Catheter can be put through the urinary system or maybe put through a small hole in the abdomen. So all this catheter, my standard recommendation is one should change catheter every 4 weekly. It should not be changed more frequent, more early, or it should not be changed even late. Sometimes my patient asks if I use a silicone catheter. Sometimes my patient asks if I use drug coated catheter, do I change it every 2 monthly or later? I always tell them use the latex one if you are not allergic to latex, or change the catheter every 1 month. And when you change the catheter, take a short course of antibiotic, because removing and inserting again can trigger infection, and to make sure that you don't get fever, you don't get infection because of the changing in the catheter, I usually recommend 3 to 4 days of antibiotic at the time of catheter change.
Okay, sir. And sir, finally, the final question is, when should we call for a urologist?
When you consult your primary doctor with any urological problem, let's say if you have pain, if you have burning, if you have blood in the urine, and your primary doctor start treating you, but at the same time I would recommend that we must start looking for a nearby urologist. I don't say everyone should go to Apollo to get. I would recommend that we must start looking for a nearby urologist, fix up an appointment in this COVID era, because we don't want to go into the emergency room. So first initial treatment should be taken by your primary doctor or your family doctor or your general practitioner. But when we have urinary symptoms, I would recommend one must go to urologist as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. It was a very good question, and thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the time you have taken out for dealing with our queries. Urinary tract problems can be caused because of many reasons, and if we take good care of ourselves and follow the advice of our doctors, we will surely come out victorious. So for further instructions, you can stay home and stay safe, and in case you have any medical emergency, just free to call us anytime. Our online consultation is available. There is an app called Apollo 24/7, and you can download it. And also you can stay tuned to our page for multiple updates on tertiary care services. We also have to share the message among our communities. So as you watch these videos, you can share it with your near and dear ones. And you can also watch our link on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram and others. Thank you.